What is the absolute best course platform for your business this year? Today, I'm going to take you from overwhelmed by all of the options to very confident in the decision that's best for you by sharing the top 7 course platforms. I'm going to take you behind the scenes of each one of what it looks like for you creating courses, but also for your students. I'm going to share pros, cons, and I'm also going to share who each software is best for and an overall score that I think it deserves. By the end of this video, you're going to have the perfect fit for you and be able to start scaling out your course and your business. Be sure to stay to the end because I'm going to dish a platform that didn't make the list that I think is a bit overhyped that you may be looking at. Ready to find your perfect course platform? Let's dive in. What's up, it's Danny, your guide to authentic video. Be sure to download my quick graph guide of the top 7 course platforms that goes along with this video. And let's dive into number 1. The first top course platform that you should be considering this year is one that may surprise you because I feel like it's not often talked about, and that is Stan Store. According to Stan Store's website, Stan is a platform that lets you create a link in bio for your courses, digital products, and bookings. You can host them all in one place without coding or paying for other apps and enjoy a 0% transaction fee and a 10-minute average time to create a store. Let's talk Stan Store and pricing. Stan Store is a great low cost of $29 a month. I think that's an incredible deal for all the things that you get. And if you need the higher plan, which I'll go into features here in a second, it's $99 a month. Now, if you buy a yearly plan, you can save 20%, and then that comes to $25 a month or $79 a month on their Creator Pro plan. Stan Store offers a free 14-day trial, and you do have to put in your credit card in order to start that. So if you don't end up liking it, make sure you cancel. This video is not sponsored. These are all companies that I did weeks worth of research on that I highly recommend. So it is super helpful for me. If you do want to use my affiliate link, then I do make a small percentage at no extra cost to you. And as a thank you for doing that, I also provide you with free access to my course, the 0 to 10K course roadmap, totally for free. If you sign up using one of my links, shoot me an email and I'll send you over the login to that. Now let's look at the Stan Store features. You can see it offers a mobilized link in bio, which we're going to look at in a second, calendar invites and bookings, so you can have coaching clients book through your Stan Store. It allows a course builder, audience analytics. You can build your email with Stan Store, though it doesn't replace an email marketing software. It allows you to have social media templates, exclusive creator community access, and one-on-one creator strategy coaching. So all of that is included in their $29 a month plan, which is really awesome. If you want to go to their Creator Pro plan, that's $79 or $99 a month, depending on if you do it monthly or annually. It allows you to do order bumps, they'll have a funnel builder, email flows, and affiliate links. So if you're wanting to have your email marketing within Stan Store, then you would need to upgrade to be able to do that onto the higher plan. Another feature that Stan offers is their AI tool, Ask Stanley, which I think is really awesome. I went into Ask Stanley, I logged into my Stan Store here, and you can see I asked, what can Stanley do for me? And it can do a lot of things like generate text based on your TikTok and Instagram content. It can allow you to create a free guide, create scripts, write emails. It's super awesome to be able to help you in building out your course or whatever it may be. If you want an example of what a beautiful Stan Store can look like, this is an example of a UGC creator called Ange. I've actually bought something from her and done one of her courses on Stan Store. It was the first course I'd ever done on Stan Store before, and I thought it was awesome actually. You can see here, this is what it looks like on desktop, but if we also were to go to this on mobile, this is what it would look like. I think it's so beautiful, and it just makes your link in bio look really great, and I could click in and I could buy her UGC creator course, which is something I did buy I think even last year, and it looks really great on the back end. If we look at it, I can pull it up on desktop here as well. You can see this is a sales page. It's not as pretty as if it were something a bit more robust like within Kajabi or Teachable, but it's great for just a link in bio, right? And this is where someone could then sign up and then pay for the course down below. So we can see here, that's what it looks like on desktop. That's what a Stan Store can look like. Really pretty. Let's look at the inside of it. If I go into my StanStore, I'm logged in. You can see here, this is where your analytics would be. I can then hit my store, and you can see you can set up what you want your link to look like. So I could just copy this link here and put it into my Instagram, and I could then edit the design, and I could change it to be any of these templates that it starts off with that look really great. But I really liked this one here, which is very simple. And then I can change the colors, and I can change the font to be what matches my brand more. I can also click on landing pages and edit any landing pages that I may have. But let's first go to store. Okay, so you can see here, you can add links to your StanStore. So I'll hit add product. And if I were wanting to add a course like UGC Ange, I could come here and I could pick e-course. So I'll click on the e-course, and then you'll pick what it looks like. So you can see my 12-week program. You could have it show up like just a button, a call out, or a preview. And so like if we go to UGC Ange's, you see, I think that she just has the call out, which I think looks great. Then I can select an image that goes along with the course for a thumbnail. I could add in the title, a subtitle, and then you could say get my course. I could even go to Ask Stanley and have it help me write a title, subtitle, and the button text for my course as well. So I'll hit next, and then from there, this is where I can write out the sales page copy for my course. Like we saw here with UGC Ange, this is where you would write out all of your sales copy here. Hit next, where you'd write a description, your course, and then this is actually where you would build your course. Isn't that so wild? So here's where you would list out all of your modules, and then you could edit them. So I could come in and I could change what's the description of this module. I could then upload a video here for my first training, and then I could add any supporting materials like PDFs or things that people needed for that module, and then I could save it as a draft or publish it. And so it's super easy within StanStore to create a course. That is literally how simple it is, and I can publish it and we're good to go. So I'm just gonna hit publish, and you can see, boom, my course adds right here, and I can move it around. So super awesome. You could then add a digital download here as well to build out your email list, and you could add external links to a website or build a recurring membership. Really, really a lot of options here within StanStore. Let's go over now the pros of StanStore. I think that it's got a really beautiful layout. It's very easy to use. It's a really good price for all the features, $29 a month. Awesome, especially compared to some other course platforms we're gonna be talking about. And it just looks great on social media. Now, the biggest cons or downfalls of StanStore are that it's not very customizable. As you saw when we were building out the course just now, there's not a lot of customization that you can do, right? It's gonna be pretty basic. If you want a course that has a lot more features or quizzes or polls and things in it, then StanStore is not gonna be a good option for you. You do not get email marketing with StanStore unless you sign up for the Pro plan. You can only do payment plans if it's on the Pro plan as well. StanStore does not include a blog or podcast or website. And like I said, the courses are not that customizable. Just keep in mind, if you were to use something like StanStore, you would still need to invest in a website builder or a blog platform or whatever that may be, if that's also important to you. So who is StanStore the best for? I think StanStore is the absolute best option for you if you are a social creator with a big audience and you're wanting to create something more basic. If you were wanting to sell a more basic course with digital downloads and things like that, and you have a larger audience on social media, then StanStore is an awesome option for you. I've seen StanStore work really well for people that are big on TikTok or content creators. It's very easy. Like StanStore even says, you can create a course in just 10 minutes. We saw how easy it is. So if you're a social creator, then StanStore may be the best option for you. So what's my overall score for Stan? I give it an 8 out of 10. I think it is an awesome option for social creators who are wanting a really simple and cost-effective place to be building out their course and selling digital products or hourly coaching. I minus 2 points though because it's not very customizable and you're going to have to pay extra for things like your website. If you want to give StanStore a try, don't forget there is a free 14-day trial linked down below. The The next top course platform of this year is Kajabi. And Kajabi is one of the best course softwares because it has so much to offer. It is a place where you can really scale a business and has everything that you will ever need, which is why I love Kajabi so much. You can see on Kajabi's site, they say they're the best place for YouTubers, podcasters, musicians, creators, course creators to make money, where you can diversify your revenue, build your brand, and turn your audience into customers. Kajabi is just one of the top dogs because they do courses and they do it well, and they're continually adding on things to their offer. But let's first talk about pricing. So Kajabi is either $119 a month or $149 a month, depending on if you pay annually or monthly for their basic plan. And then it's $159 or $199 a month for their growth plan. And the growth plan is actually the plan that I am on, but I've actually used other course platforms that I'm going to be talking about in today's video as well. So don't just think like, oh, I got to go with Kajabi. There's other ones I recommend as well, though I love Kajabi so much. And so of course it's made today's list. But I'm, like I said, on the growth plan, and that has served my business so well. I pay for it annually, so I just pay for it once a year, and I can forget about it. Right now, actually, Kajabi is offering an exclusive 60-day trial for my audience. I have it linked down below. I'd highly recommend to use that link and build out your course in those 60 days. And if you like it, then you can stick with it. And in 60 days, you can already be making money selling your course. And so that big price tag hurts a lot less, right? If the 60-day trial doesn't work, then it means it's ended, but I still have an extended 30-day trial from the regular 14-day trial that will be linked then down below as well. So compared to Stan's $29 a month, Kajabi's plan is so much more, but you get a lot more for that price. So let me go over all the features. With Kajabi, you can have your course, you can do hourly coaching or group coaching, you can have a community, you can have memberships, you have your email marketing included, you can sell digital downloads, you can use their AI tool, you can create an app, you can create funnels, you can create upsells, you have your website, you can have a podcast, you can have a blog. There is so much included in a Kajabi subscription. Something to note, with Kajabi's basic plan, you're only allowed 3 products. And so if you're thinking, I want to have a bunch of courses, then you will have to go up to their growth plan. I've been using Kajabi for 2 years and I still haven't hit 15 products. And note that digital downloads don't count as products. You can have unlimited offers, and I'll show you how to create a digital download in Kajabi here in a second, but I have not had any issues. If you're planning on creating 15 courses and communities, then you'd have a massive team behind you, right? So generally I find that most solopreneurs or smaller creators using Kajabi have anywhere from like 3 to 5 products. Now that we know the pricing, let's look at what Kajabi actually looks like to a potential customer or client. So you'll see here, this is actually my landing page that I created with Kajabi. You'll see here the link. I can actually get rid of the .mykajabi.com if I wanted to. I just have been lazy, so I have not done that, but you can get rid of that within your links. But you can see this beautiful landing page is something that I did create within Kajabi, and it looks great on the mobile as well. It will make everything mobile friendly when you're creating these landing pages too. You can also see here, I created my landing pages to build my email list. This is created in Kajabi as well. This is just a Kajabi template. And I also have digital downloads that I sell within Kajabi. And you can see here, this is the page for my digital download, and where someone could just put their card number in and I could get paid, and then they'll get emailed that download. So that's what it can look like on the outside. Let's look at what it looks like on the inside. So here now we are inside Kajabi. You can see I'm in my products section, and I really think that Kajabi is the easiest place to build courses. It's very seamless, very intuitive. So you can see here all of your products, you can see your courses, coaching, community, podcasts. It is the only course software that also allows you to have a podcast within it, which is amazing. But you can see here, I have one of my courses, the Magnetic Creator Academy. This is the back end of it, of what it looks like. So you can see here, this is where I can go in and I can create different modules and then go in and click, and I can add videos either from my computer or even from Google Drive into the training, and then I can add links to things down below, so it looks really great. And then I can preview it here and see what it's going to look like for my potential clients. And so I just think everything Kajabi with courses, it just looks so beautiful. Something really cool is that Kajabi AI tool AMA can really easily allow you to make courses now. So if I click here, I can use their AI tool and ask it to write me emails, funnels, or create copy for a landing page. But it can also, if I go to all products, it can create courses for me. So if I created a new product and a course and I clicked get started, so here I can add in a title and a brief description of a course. So let's say my course is called the Polite Pup Academy. What I can do is then I can have this toggled on and it'll say use this info to generate content and additional resources. So AI will then create a outline for my course, and then it makes it super simple to then go through and build it out and be ready to sell. So you can see right here it says initializing creation wizard, and it's going through, and I didn't give it any of this information other than writing out a title and a brief description, and then it will create a whole course outline for me. Also will create a landing page for me and an email broadcast. Really cool. So you can see here now it has created a draft outline of an entire course for me. Also, if I go to website here, you'll see I can hit pages. And this is where I could create just my regular website with an about me section and places where people could learn more about the things that I offer. But I can also build out landing pages, and you'll see it even created a Polite Pup Academy landing page for this course that I was going to create. And if I click on it, it'll even have added in information that then I can use and just tweak here. So you can see it looks really awesome. It even has frequently asked questions here. And again, I could use their AI tool to look. It even says, help me write a pre-sale landing page for my course. I could click on that and then it could help me to do that. So cool. Now, Kajabi also offers email marketing. So I can click on it here on the left-hand side, and you'll see here that it just created an AI generated email that goes along with this Polite Pup Academy that I created here. That's a draft, which is really awesome. But I'm just going to create a new email campaign so you can see what it looks like. I'll create an email broadcast, and then you can pick a template that goes along with it. So I could pick any one of these templates depending on what I'm wanting to send out. So I could click on it, get started, and then I could send out a beautiful email to my audience. Something else you can do in Kajabi is sell digital downloads. So I could go into offers, and then I could create a new offer. And here's one that I already created. You'll see I just create a title for it, a description, and then I could add pictures of it. And then from there, I can just edit the checkout. And this is the page then that I could link in my link in bio or link it on my website, wherever it is that I'm wanting to sell this. And you see I've got all the information from it. And then you'll see this is where people can complete their purchase. So that's where you can edit the checkout. And then what's really awesome is then I can have post-purchase, then I can send people an email where they're able then to download the template that they just bought. So that's a great way to do digital downloads, and it's so fast. You can make one of these in literally 5 to 10 minutes if you already have the digital download created. Pros to Kajabi are that it's super easy to make courses. Kajabi's platform in general has just been out for a while, and so it's extremely beginner friendly, but also has a lot of advanced features where there isn't going to be a huge learning curve for you to learn. Kajabi offers more features than pretty much any other platform that I'm going to talk about today, and so it really grows with you. For me, I started out on Teachable in my business, my course journey, and Teachable just didn't have enough of what I wanted, and so I ended up spending a year on Teachable and then 2 or 3 months taking everything that I built on Teachable and moving it over to Kajabi. So if you're wanting a platform that has coaching and email marketing and funnels and upsells and podcasts and blogging, then Kajabi is, in my opinion, the best course platform out there for all of those things combined. Also, a huge pro to Kajabi is their AI software. I think it's awesome how it can automatically help you build out courses so quick and easy. The biggest con or downfall to Kajabi is definitely just the price. The price tag on Kajabi is what made me originally not buy it. I saw that price and I was like, oh, heck no, I'm going with Teachable so I can start off for free and then be on one of the cheaper plans. But in the end, that really just cost me more money because at one point, for like 2 or 3 months, I was paying for both Teachable and Kajabi. Wouldn't recommend. So the price is a huge downfall if you're not selling courses at first, but if you believe in your course and you know it's going to build in revenue, then Kajabi could be a great fit. Like I said, grab that 60-day trial while they're still offering it. I have it linked down below. It's exclusive to my community. If it's ended by the time you're watching this, then I still have an extended 30-day trial as opposed to the regular 14-day trial. So in that 30 days, use Kajabi's AI, build out your course, pre-sell it, and then by the end of that month or 60 days, you're ready to launch and be making that money to make back what you paid for Kajabi and way more. So who's Kajabi best for? I think Kajabi is best for serious course creators who want a platform that they can scale their business with, especially if you like all of your things in one place, like your email marketing, your website, your coaching, your courses, then Kajabi is a great fit for you. For me, when I was using Teachable, I was then also having to pay for an email marketing software, and all of those things added up. And so with Kajabi now, I actually save money because it's everything I need rather than paying for all of the things separately. My overall score for Kajabi, I give it a 9.5 out of 10. I would have just given it a 10 out of 10, but I minus a half point because the price is a lot. But I do think that it's so worth it because of how much it gives you and the fact that the courses that you create within Kajabi are just so streamlined. It's easy to use. I'll talk about a couple other course platforms that I really like that are somewhat similar to Kajabi, but I still don't think that they're as sleek as how Kajabi looks. So I'll talk about some things like gamification and things later on. If that's for you, then those other courses are better. But if you're looking for something that's really robust, can scale with you, that's user friendly, then Kajabi doesn't get much better. The next best course platform of this year, I do have to mention, is Teachable. And like I said, I have built a course in Teachable. I love Teachable. It just didn't have all the things that I wanted, but it deserves to make this list and it could be the perfect fit for you. So let's talk about it. Now, one of the huge pros to Teachable is that they have a free plan. So you could take as much time as you want to build out your course for free. So if we look here on their website, you'll see that they have a free plan. And if you sell on the free plan, then they do take $1 and 10% for every time you have a transaction. They also have a basic plan that's $39 a month or a pro plan that's $119. That's all if you bill it annually. If you do monthly, it's a bit more. It turns to $56 a month, or on their pro plan, $159 a month. Their pro plan is the most popular, and it's definitely going to be probably what you end up using if you use Teachable because it has that 0 transaction fee, which a 5% transaction fee on their basic plan can really add up if you're selling a lot, right? So you'd probably be on the pro plan. But nothing beats free unless you're like me where you had to switch. And anyway, but this could be a really good option for you. I love that they offer that free plan. So they do not have a free trial that I can link for you, but they do just have the free plan where you can start off and build out your course. Teachable has a lot of great features. You can have a course, coaching, digital downloads. You can have a membership. You can also have email marketing, while it is a bit limited compared to Kajabi. For me, when I was using Teachable, I was also paying for an email software ConvertKit because I want to have more advanced email marketing funnels. So what does Teachable look like for a potential student? One of my favorite blogging educators by Sophia Lee uses Teachable, and you can see this is what it looks like for her courses. So Teachable, I think, is just really crisp. I love the look and feel of Teachable landing pages, and also the courses are really easy to use. So you can see here, I could click on here and download one of her digital downloads. So I could buy this guide, this page she did through Teachable as well. I could click on it, put in my information, and then buy her download. You could see if I go back here, we can also look at one of her courses, and looks really great. So this sales page is something that I really like within Teachable. Now let's take a look actually inside of Teachable and what it's like to build a course within it. So you can see here now I'm logged into my Teachable account. You can see here, you can click on site and pick out the themes that you want for how your website looks. And then I can also go to here, and you can see this is where you can create your courses. So like I said, this is from 2021, but I have created courses in here before, so it's kind of nice. We can look through here. I could go into a course that I've done, and you can see how it looks. So I've got curriculum, and I could click preview curriculum and look at what it looks like for the inside for clients. But then I can also go here and click edit curriculum, and it's super easy then to build out your course. So you can see I could rename this section, or I could add a new lesson to it. And when you add in a lesson, you can add text. I could add content here, and I could add in a video or a PDF view or a quiz or an AI quiz or have an upsell. So really, really awesome. I love that this add content feature makes it so easy to add different elements into your course. So that's what it would look like to create a course within here in your different sessions. You could also click bulk edit and bulk edit different sections as well. You can see with Teachable, I can have courses, coaching, digital downloads, community, memberships, bundles. I love that they have a new community feature. And so you're able to create a community that's in beta. So it's something newer. And then also the digital download section is something new too that they didn't have when I was using it in 2021. So you could click create a digital download, and you could create your product name, the category, maybe it's an audiobook or an ebook or photography. You could add in the description, the thumbnail. Then here you add in your downloadable, you can pick the visibility, and then you are good to go. So let's say I were to publish this, and then if I go to my products within Teachable, it will show my digital downloads, and I'm able to click on the link there and see it. I don't have any information on it, but that's how you would set that up. Overall, I really like the look and feel of Teachable. It's very user-friendly, as you can see, and they're adding this new community features. You can create a membership. Overall, it's really awesome. With Teachable, you can't create more advanced like email funnels if that's something you're interested in. For me, I was wanting to do more advanced email, and that's why I really like Kajabi. But if you just want basic email, then Teachable can be a perfect fit for you. The pros to Teachable are that they have a free plan, so you can spend a lot of time building out your course if you need it. Of course, if you do choose the free plan, then that would be a $1 plus 10% transaction fee every time you made a sale. So that could end up not being quite worth it, but could be if you just really want to save money in the beginning of your business. I also think a pro to Teachable is just that the courses are really beautifully laid out. So I personally love to go through courses in Teachable. I did Sophia Lee's course in Teachable, and I just love the look and layout of it. And that's actually originally why I chose Teachable to host my first courses. The biggest downfall to Teachable, though, is that I don't think that it necessarily grows that well with you. If you are like me and you are a very multi-passionate entrepreneur and you want to be able to do a bunch of different things, Teachable doesn't have as many of the features that Kajabi has or some of the other platforms that I'm going to be mentioning in this video have. So it's a little bit limited. If you're really set on just kind of building out courses, then Teachable is a great fit. But if you're wanting to add on more advanced marketing or email funnels, or maybe have a podcast or all those things, then it may not be the best fit. So who do I think Teachable is the best fit for? I think Teachable is right for you if you are a newer or beginner course creator who's on a really tight budget and wants some of the time and flexibility to be able to start off on a free plan and build out your course to see if it's something that you actually really want to do. Also, if you're wanting to create a more basic course and you're not needing more intricate marketing things like email funnels or having marketing sequences, things like that, then I think Teachable could be a great fit for you. Like I said, I really loved Teachable when I was on it. I just felt like I outgrew it a bit as my business got a bit bigger. My overall score for Teachable is an 8 out of 10. I think it's an amazing course platform, but it lacks in some of the more robust features like AI tools or advanced email marketing. But if you're looking for something that has a free plan and has really streamlined course creation, then Teachable could be a perfect fit for you. The next top course platform that I'm talking about today is Podia. If we look at Podia's website, it says that it is your website, email marketing, and products all under one roof. And so you can see you can start for free, you can build for free, and then you can grow and scale. If we look at the pricing for Podia, you'll see they do have a free plan like Teachable where you can build your website, products, and community, and then their starter print plan, which is where you can personalize your website, and that's $9 or $4 a month depending on if you pay pay annually or monthly. You can see here there are transaction fees, but then their mover plan, then where you're able to sell courses and digital products, is $33 a month or $39 a month. And then their shaker plan, which is most likely what most course creators are gonna need to be on, is $59 a month or $89 a month, depending on yearly or monthly. If you're wanting to try Podia's shaker plan, I do have a free 14-day trial to that to see all of the features, and I have it linked down below. Now let's talk Podia Features. Like you saw on their website, you can have a course, community, coaching, website, landing pages, downloads, email marketing, but for an added-on fee, webinars, and upsells. So just something to note, if you did want to do your email marketing through Podia, I found the pricing, if you had under 100 subscribers, free. But let's say you had 5,000 subscribers, it would be an extra $42 a month. While I really like Podia and doing a lot of research on it, I don't necessarily like that they start charging more and more per subscriber or once you hit these different brackets. So like, let's say you hit 15,000 subscribers, that'd be an extra $108 a month. That's a little hefty. I really don't like that. And so that's one of the big cons, I think, of Podia. But it has all these other things for a great deal, so it could still be worth it. Let's take a look. Now I want to show you an example of a course that's made in Podia and what their landing pages and things look like. So here you can see this is the Sketch Academy, and this is all made within Podia. So just so cute and really beautiful, right? And so you can see here, you can view all of the courses here that you can get access to, and you can see also digital downloads where you can click on that and you can buy as well. All of this looks really nice. I like how Podia lays things out and how you're able to create sales pages. You can see here, if I go back to view all offerings, oh, that's where it was. I can look at some of the courses. So Master Visual Library, and look and see the sales page here. And then web page not found. So anyway, I just think it looks really great. You're able to see what comes in the course. You're able to add testimonials, frequently asked questions. So I think Podia sets up really nice. So overall, just an example of what Podia can look like. Let me take you behind the scenes and what it actually looks like to build a course on Podia. So if I go up to the top here, you can see I can click and look at products. But let's say we want to add a new product and I want to create an online course. I could click here. I have to choose the name. So let's do like the Polite Puppy Academy again. I'll just keep going with that example and then hit create a product. There you can see I can edit a sales page or see how to create an online course. If you click here, Podia has loads of different articles and things that can help you in building out your course. But anyway, I'm going to click add a new section here, and you can see this could be my introduction. And then I could add a description to it, and I could add a delay if I wanted, and then hit save. So I would have my intro, and then I could add in another section that could be, potty training, and add a description of it and hit save. And then once I have potty training, I can then add lessons within it. So I could add a file. Let's say I wanted a video training of how to potty train. I could go in and I could add that video. So I'm just going to add it because I don't have a video right now, but I could add that in, and then I could also add in text to explain how step by step how to potty train. And then I could add the content that I wanted, step 1, 2, 3, and then save it, and that would be in my course. You can see it's so easy to build out a course in Podia. And once it's all done, you can hit publish. You can also pick the pricing that you want here and create any upsells you want, which I love. I always think it's so great when you can add upsells for bonus offer, and you can change the details as well here. Now, let's say then I want to edit the landing page. You could also come over here and you could hit edit sales page for the Polite Puppy Academy. And you can see here, it gives you really helpful little plus buttons where I could add in a banner, or I could add in frequently asked questions or links. I will say that I do not think that the sales page area here is quite as easy to use as something like Teachable or Kajabi. I find it a little bit clunky, but that's just me. It's pretty much everything you would need, but it's not my favorite. But now you've seen a bit of the inside of how to create a course in Podia and just how easy it can be. So what are the pros to Podia? I think it's awesome that you can build out your course for free It has really everything that you would need as a course creator, especially on that shaker plan. So if you are ready to sell, you're gonna have to move up to a higher plan. So I think odds are you'll start out on the free plan, and then you'll end up, depending on what plan you go with, paying either $59 a month or $89 a month, but that's far cheaper than something like Kajabi where it's double the price. Now, the biggest downfalls of Podia, well, first I have to say I was really annoyed as I was doing my research and playing around in Podia that they're just really tight on security. So you probably might love that, but for me, I had to even upload my ID for verification. I didn't love that. I've never had another course platform ever ask me. All 6 other ones that I'm talking about today never asked me to upload my ID to just make a free account. So I didn't like that. They're very strict when it comes to security, though again, that may be a huge plus for you. For me, it was annoying. Another con is that I don't like that there is a 10 to 5% transaction fee on all of their plans except for their top plan, the shaker plan, where there's 0. That can really, really add up if you're selling a lot of things. 10% transaction fee, and that's not including the credit card fee that's going to be on top of that. So like most platforms like Kajabi, there's a 0% transaction fee, but you will still pay a small like credit card fee that any platform will do, right? Whenever people are using any sort of payment processor, it's usually a 2.9% fee. So that's going to also be included on top of that 5 and 10% that the company is taking too. So just know it really could add up if you're going with a free plan. So once you're really starting to make that money, you're going to want to make sure you level up to the shaker plan so that there's a 0% fee. I also think a big con is that their email marketing is only free if you have under 100 subscribers, and then it gradually gets more and more expensive the more subscribers you build. So if you're really planning on scaling your business, not a good idea to go with their email marketing, because if you really scale it, you could be paying hundreds of dollars every single month for their email marketing. Even though the shaker plan is only like $60 a month, you could be paying way more for the email marketing. So yeah, I don't know. That's just a big con for me. It's also a pet peeve of mine when companies do that. Something like Flowdesk, great email marketing software, it's just a one flat fee of like 40 or $50. I would recommend if you go with Podia, just use Flowdesk along with it. Flowdesk is a really good price, beautiful email marketing, and it's not gonna keep charging you more and more as you grow your business. So who is Podia best for? I think very similarly to Teachable, it's best for those creators who are on a tight budget, who want something that has free plans or a bit of a cheaper plan to really be able to kind of slowly scale out their business. If you like the look and feel of Podia in watching the how-to, I think Podia and Teachable are very comparable. I do think Teachable, I would maybe even lean a little bit more with Teachable rather than Podia, but I know it's very popular, and so I do think it's worth adding to the list. I think it creates really beautiful courses, super easy to use, but it's not my absolute favorite. So my overall score for Podia is a 7 out of 10. Podia has a great price, beautiful course creation, but it lacks some of the features that I really love, like an AI helper, and you have to pay extra for the email marketing. The next top course platform of the year, I am really, really excited about. I had never heard of this platform before, and I am so impressed with it, and I think you will be too, and it is called Heights Platform. Heights Platform is one of the only platforms that really, really focuses on AI. Let me show you. So if you go to their website, we can see it is an AI-powered online course creation software. Let me tell you, I had so much fun playing around in Heights the last couple of days. I think it's a really neat platform, and it allows you also to white label your stuff, which means unlike Teachable and Kajabi, where you know that someone's course is in Teachable, you log into Teachable, you're able to have people log into where it just looks like kind of your website, which I think is super cool. But anyway, the pricing for Heights, they have their challenge plan, that's $19 a month. If you bill it annually, it's a bit more, it's $29. If you do monthly, you can save 20% with all these. Basic is $49 a month. Their Pro plan, which is the most popular, is $119 a month or $99 a month if you buy it per year. You can see here there's a lot of features, which I'll get into in just a second, but let's first talk trial. There is a free 30-day trial. I have a link down below where you can try out Heights, and what's awesome is that you do not have to include a credit card, so you won't be charged after those 30 days unless you upgrade. You won't be able to use it anymore, but just something to know. Okay, so now let's talk features. There are a lot of features with Heights. Heights like Kajabi, is super robust, has loads of features. In Heights, you can create a course, you can create challenges, you can have a community, digital products, gamification, you can have an AI coach on their pro plan. AI is though included for all the plans, but the coach, which is really cool and we'll talk about, is in their pro plan. Email marketing on their pro plan. You can have sales pages, order bumps, a blog, and a website builder. Wow, a lot of stuff you can do here. And so, like I said, they really specialize in AI. So I want to show you what it looks like on the inside. But first, let's look at some courses that are made with Heights so you can get a feel of what they look like. Now, I haven't gotten to the cons yet, but I'm going to get into it now. I don't necessarily love the look of Heights websites or the ones I've seen. If you like this look here, then like awesome, right? But I don't know, there's something about it that doesn't feel quite as nice as the others that we've looked at, especially compared to like Teachable and Kajabi and Podia. But something really cool here you can see is where you can add in a chat, a live chat that Heights allows you to do on websites. There are a lot of features and things you can do. I just think if you're not very good at branding, then could be a struggle. Let me show you a few more of these. Here's another site that was created with Heights. It's a cooking website where you can join their community. That's what it would look like. One more site you can see. This is where the clunkiness kind of comes in. Here's another website. I don't love how it looks, but this is where you could see you can download one of the courses or whatever. What was this? This is a class. You can do live workshops. So anyway, if I were to click Buy Mastering Theory, you could see some of the sales page. I could hit join the class, and this is the checkout page for it. Shows an overview of all the things in the course that you would get. Wow, this is a jam-packed course. I could click join the course here, and then I could sign up. So that's some of the back end of what it looks like. Again, I don't love the look of it. I didn't mind the look of Get Found Academy, but I don't know if I love the look of this course here. So again, if you do use Heights, make sure that maybe you hire on someone to help you with the branding. Now, let's look inside of Heights and what it would be like if you created a course. Okay, so we can see here, this is the Heights platform. Now, if you look at this and you're like, I'm overwhelmed, that's what I thought too when I first tried out Heights. There is a lot to it, but you can see here you have your dashboard, your students list. This is where you can add new products and web pages. And so let's go to new product. So if I click new product, let's do a course, okay? You can see here that I can then click and add a course title and a description. So let's do the Polite Puppy Academy. Then I can add the title and I can add a description. I can add in a cover image, and then I'll just hit create. All right, from here, you can see here that I can then go to lesson editor. Okay, so in the lesson editor, I can go over and I can click the plus button and add a new lesson. So I could do like potty training 101 and then hit create. Now in this, I could click and I could add in a lesson description, and I could even use Heights AI and I could say, write me a course or a lesson description for a lesson titled Potty Training Your Puppy 101. So it actually tells me I can help you with this when you use my course generator feature. So let's check out the course generator feature. So it says get feedback and ideas for your course concept. So what is your course about? So I could say, I could just add in the description of what my course is about, and then it will give me recommendations. So it's super cool. It's telling me right now that the course idea does not clearly communicate the result or outcome that your students would receive from it. So to make it more clear, you could rephrase it as learn how to train and bond with your puppy for a harmonious relationship. So that could be the title of it. That could be good. Or train and bond with your puppy in just 30 days. Cool. And then it says next, my course outline. And then it gives me a potential course outline that I could do. And it maps it all out for me. So module 1, module 2, module 3, module 4. And then I can go into the course description. And so it goes in and it's added a course description for me that it's written all itself. This is so wild, right? And then wrapping it up, okay? And so then with all this information, I could click auto create this course with this outline. What? This is so wild, right? Okay, so I could hit that and it will auto create this course with the outline. And so you can see here that I could go in and I could delete anything or add anything I wanted. So maybe I don't want to do socializing your puppy, or I don't want to do preparing for vet clinics. I'm like, no thanks. Okay, Then if that looks good, I can say looks good, let's build out my course. Awesome. And it says course created, and then I can click view course. And from there, you can see I have the Polite Puppy Academy, puppy training and bonding, and it's all mapped out for me. Isn't that so wild? That's so wild to me. Like, so this is just an overview of just some of the things you can use for Heights platform, but if that is interesting to you, definitely check this out. Like I said, I have a free 30-day trial linked to Heights, and like, I love AI, so this is so fun for me. There's a lot more that you can do within Heights, but I think even just seeing what the AI did right there is a good example of just how much it can help you build out a course or coaching or whatever it is that you're wanting to offer within this platform. So the pros to Heights are definitely the AI. I think compared to any other platform, Heights AI just reigns supreme because it really focuses on that. So if that's something you're interested in, this is a platform you definitely want to check out. Also, if you were interested in gamification, which is something that I know some course creators are, something that I'm not very interested in, but if you are, then Heights also offers that and could be something great for you. I do also think Heights is a platform that can really scale with you because it's so robust, it has a lot of features, and I like that they have 0% transaction fees, unlike what we just talked about with Podia. The biggest downfall I have found with Heights is that I just think that it can sometimes create clunky websites and courses. So while I love the AI, I don't think that the crispness of something like Kajabi and Teachable and more established platforms, they've really been able to smooth out how to make their courses just look really good, even if you're not good at branding. Like we saw with some of the Heights website examples, I think that sometimes if you're not careful, you could create a potentially cheap looking course within Heights. Eek. So very important that you make sure that you keep things more like minimal and crisp and you have good solid branding before going into Heights, or you could end up with a clunky looking website and course. Another downfall of Heights is that I feel like there is a little bit more of a learning curve. There's just so much to it that it could be overwhelming if you are a brand new course creator and you're not very tech savvy. Now, who do I think Heights platform is the best for? I think it's best for serious course creators that are really interested in AI and gamification. And if you're like, Danielle, what is gamification? I don't really know what that is. Gamification is when you create like more game type of things for your students to be able to learn in a more fun way. That's not something that I know a lot about, but I have people who come and ask me, they're like, how do I do that for my students? That's something that you can learn how to do within Heights platform. But anyway, if you were really into AI and you're wanting a very robust platform that has a lot of features, then I think that it's a great platform for those who are tech savvy and also don't mind a bit of hiccups here and there for a bit of a newer platform. My overall score for Heights is, I give it an 8.5 out of 10. I was gonna do 8 out of 10, but I feel like an 8.5 out of 10 is more fair just because there's so much that you can do within it. I will say though, I think that it can be a little bit clunky and it can be a little bit overwhelming. So that's why I took away those few points, is because if you aren't tech savvy, I don't think it can be quite the right platform for you. And if you're not very good at branding, then you could also maybe create an ugly website. But it's so cool. Like, I think you should give it a try. At least use that free 30-day trial if you are interested in something that's more of like an out there course platform that's a little bit cheaper and has a lot of things to offer. It could be great for you, but make sure you're good at technology. The next top course platform of the year is what I'm really excited about, and that is Uscreen. Now, Uscreen is different than all the other course platforms I've talked about because its claim to fame is that really it's a video membership platform. So if you've ever been like, I want my own Netflix where I have an app that people can go to and watch all of my videos, then Uscreen could be a great fit for you. If we go onto Uscreen's website, they say that they're the only platform focused entirely on making it easy for video creators to deliver a premium membership with video content, built-in community, mobile apps, and subscription revenue. Some of the top fitness gurus, their apps are actually through Uscreen. So if you've ever wondered, how do they create these beautiful apps with all of their video content laid out and having monthly memberships or yearly payments? It probably is through Uscreen. So let's take a look here first at the pricing. Uscreen does not come cheap. They have a growth and pro plan. The growth is $149 a month or $499 a month. annually. If you pay for it monthly, it jumps up to $199 or $599 a month. Now there is a 14-day free trial that you can start off on with Uscreen. You don't need to add in a credit card, and I have put that link down below. Now let's talk Uscreen features. Like we know, Uscreen really heavily focuses on video, but I still included it in today's video for the top courses because I really feel like things like Uscreen are more the future. I think a lot of course creators are moving into video tutorials and wanting to have their own apps and their own TV streaming. And so that is really what Uscreen offers. They offer a Netflix style video catalog, live streaming, your own mobile app on the Pro plan, and TV streaming apps on custom plans. I'm not sure how much those would cost. I'm assuming if the Pro plan's already like almost $500-600 a month, that it can be a little bit costly. But if your business is at that level, then it could be super worth it to you. Another feature of Uscreen is that you can have shoppable videos, which means you could have just one tutorial that then people could click on and pay for, somewhat like a course, if you had specialized videos that you wanted to be able to just pay and play. Now, what would Uscreen look like for your potential customers and clients? If you go onto Uscreen's page, it'll give you examples of people who actually are using Uscreen for their business. So you can see Find What Feels Good Yoga, which is yoga with Adrienne. And you can click here and you could download her app and take a look at it. We could see kind of what the inside looks like with the chapters, at least just right here. And then if we go to her website, it looks like this. And so really, really beautiful, I think, landing pages. And you'll see here, she's showing wherever you can watch her videos. If we click on the I'm Ready, you can see her membership is either $12.99 a month or $129 a year. You can click choose membership, and then you can sign up and get access to her videos and to her app if you download it. Let's look at another example. We can see here's Ombi, and their website looks awesome. I wanted to do this. Ombi Surf Coaching. You can see their landing page with the reviews. Looks really good. They did all of this through Uscreen on the back end, which we'll look at in a second. You can see the different memberships that they offer. Let's see if we did $295 a year, and they have a free trial for 7 days. Actually, according to Uscreen, if you do anywhere from a 10 to 14 day trial, you increase your sales by over 50% or something like that. Pretty cool. But let's look at the app of what it would look like. So they did all this through Uscreen as well. So they're obviously on that middle plan. It looks so good. If I open it up, you can see here, I can get a look at the back end of it. Oh my gosh, it's just so pretty. And I could then watch any of their videos. Nice. So we can get kind of a look at what it looks like. And if I were wanting to go into the fundamentals and click in, maybe I don't have access to these ones. Let's see. Anyway, I think that this app looks so good. So if something like this interests you and you want this for your community, Uscreen is pretty cool. Let's look at the inside of Uscreen. The first thing that you want to do when you log into Uscreen is you will set up a subscription. So you can either have an annual subscription or a monthly subscription. It's already going to have that set up for you. Generally, Uscreen recommends that you start off with a $9.99 monthly membership, and then that could be yearly, where people could save a little bit of money and pay $100 a month or $99.99. So you could keep that, and then you could click into this and edit, and you could change the name of anything that you want to. This could be like the annual puppy training club. Okay. And then I could save this info. I could do a 7-day or a 10-day trial period, save that, and then I'd want to change my subscription for the monthly to also reflect that. And then once I had my subscriptions set up, then I could go in and I could go and click on content. And this is where you're going to want to add your first video trainings. And Uscreen recommends that you start off adding like 3 to 5 videos so you can kind of get a feel of what things look like. I already uploaded a video here just as an example. And then I can go and I can edit it, and I can change the title, the description. I can add a thumbnail to it if I want, and I will also choose where I'd like it to show up. So I chose that it could be a part of both subscriptions. and that's looking good. We saw in Ombi's app how videos were organized really beautifully in playlists. You can do that by going to your content and clicking collections. You can see here, collections allow you to group and sell videos as a series. Think of like almost like a TV series. Uscreen even says it could be something like a 10-day yoga course. You can add in videos in the order that people should watch them, and even add in dividers like day 1, day 2, day 3 to break it down and make it easy for people to watch. So I could go in, I could add a new collection. I could make the collection title Potty Training 101. And then I could pick the plan that I want it to be under, select all, add in any other necessary information in here. The SEO, I would make sure everything's super optimized. But then from there, I'm gonna make sure that the access is gated. That means that only people that are paying in my membership can view it. And then you can see here, I can add in resources if I need to, that would go along with it, like a PDF or something. And then this is where I can add in videos. So you'll see I'll add in a video, like let's say this one that I wanted to add in for, let's say it was about puppy potty training. I could add a divider and make it say like potty training day 1, and then I could add another video and have it be day 2, 3, 4, 5. So just some options there of how you can set up a beautiful playlist within a video membership. Now let's look at how you can create a beautiful website with Uscreen. So you can see there are different themes that you can pick. So I could hit browse themes here, and I could pick one that I really like. I actually really like this one, so I'm gonna click add this to library, and I will then hit customize. From here, you can see this is a beautiful looking sales page already, and then I can just go through and I can customize it with all of my own information. So I can click on hero banner, I can remove this image and add in my own. I can change the overlay cover to be something that's from my brand, change the text here, and it's super easy. You can see you can add in featured videos that you have uploaded. If I go to this content block, I can change that. I can add in tiled galleries. It just makes it really easy to make a beautiful website and sales page for your membership. Once you're done editing your website, you can just click visit my website, and you can see here all the changes that you made will be inside, and people then can click on how they want to buy your video membership and check out. A big pro of Uscreen is that they are one of the only course platforms or video membership platforms that truly focuses on video. If you have clients that want to learn from your video, then this is going to be one of the best options because nothing looks quite as beautiful as Uscreen does. Another huge pro is that Uscreen is going to allow you to create your own app, like we saw on like Ombi or Yoga by Adrian. These apps look amazing, and you don't need to know any coding to be able to set them up. Also, Uscreen has a really, really amazing tech support for you. Now, the biggest downfall of Uscreen is definitely the high price. If you looked at that pricing, you're like, eesh! Something that they also say in their pricing that you need to be aware of is that it's an extra $1.99 per paid member a month for the growth plan, and an extra 99 cents per paid member a month on the pro plan. So that can really add up. It's not a cheap platform. So you have to make sure that your community is bringing up enough income to make that price tag super worth it to you. So who do I think Uscreen is the best for? I think Uscreen is an awesome option if you are any sort of a fitness coach, or you do any type of tech tutorials or cooking tutorials that involve video. It doesn't get much better than Uscreen. There's a reason that so many of the top YouTubers have Uscreen memberships, like Jump Rope Dudes, Yoga with Adrian, Body Fit by Amy, Sarah Beth Yoga. It allows you to really take video content that people are already liking and then create higher level or more structured video content that people can then pay for and have on their computer on an app where it's really easy to access. I've seen Uscreen be just really great also for people that sell like knitting tutorials or sewing tutorials. For example, Your Book of Memories is such a unique business. She does like crafting tutorials. And so let's say you just wanted to buy a crafting tutorial, like learn how to make this mini album. You could click on it, and let's say you wanted to learn how to make one of these. You could just subscribe to watch, or you could just buy that tutorial for $30. $10. Really cool. So there's lots of options you can do if you are also in the arts and crafts world as well. My overall score for Uscreen is an 8 out of 10. I think if you're looking for a video membership platform, then Uscreen is the top dog, but it's just really expensive. So you've got to make sure you have that committed community that's going to be investing in the membership, in your yearly subscription, whatever it may be, or it's just not quite worth it, because forking out $6,000 a year, you want to make sure that you can sustain it. So I'm minus 2 points for the price, but overall it's one of the best options if you are really deep into video and your community loves to learn from your videos as well. The next best course platform this year is LearnWorlds. And if you've never heard of it before, I hadn't either, and I think it definitely deserves to make this list. Looking at the LearnWorlds website, it says create and sell online courses from your own website. It says it's the best online course platform for creating, selling, and promoting your online courses. Let me tell you, LearnWorlds has a lot of really amazing features. Let's first look at the pricing though of LearnWorlds. And so you can see here that they have a starter price for $29 a month plus $5 every course sale, or $24 a month if you do it yearly. Their pro plan is $79 or $99 a month, and their learning center, which they say is their most popular plan, is $249 a month or $299, which is quite expensive, okay? But you do get a lot of features. I think for a lot of us, we'd be starting out on that starter or that pro plan. Probably the pro plan seems like what would be the best fit for most people watching this video. I think the $249 is a lot. Yeah, I think for a lot of us, the pro trainer plan is gonna be enough. But before you make a decision, know that I do have a 30-day trial linked to LearnWorlds where you can try it out for free before having to pay anything. Now, the features with LearnWorlds are a lot. Let's go through the list. You can have a course that is white labeled, and so white labeled meaning that it looks like people are logging into just your website, not a course platform's website like Kajabi or Teachable. You can have coaching, you have an AI assistant, which is very cool, website, landing pages, ebook pages builder, downloads, email marketing, webinars, funnels, and a mobile app. You can see here on the pricing page all the different features they offered listed out, and there are a lot. Now, an example of a course and a website built on LearnWorlds is here called the School of Calisthenics. And you can see that it has a discounted offer pop-up. That's really cool. It has a nice landing page with a video on it. This to me looks really great. I think it creates really nice sales pages. I could click choose my program, and here I can then go through and see which I want. Do I want a monthly and annual membership? And I can see how much it is. Let's see, I can select one of these, see what's included, and then start a 7-day free trial and sign up for it. So looks pretty nice. I think there was a lot going on there, so it's a little bit confusing, but I think that's just a sales page. It's not indicative of LearnWorlds. So anyway, looks really nice. Let's look at the inside of what something would look like within LearnWorlds. Okay, so you can see here, we're inside of LearnWorlds, and I could click create a school, and I would create the school domain and then create it, but I already created one for Hey Danny J. Let's just do one more. So let's do Polite Puppy Academy and then create school, create trial. Okay, so just starting, it's going to build out my site. Now from here, I'm gonna name my school. So it would be the Polite Puppy Academy, and then hit next. And I can pick the language, the currency, hit next, and then I can hit school appearance. So I can pick out of these what I want it to look like. So I like this one, so I'm gonna select this. And then it's gonna ask what I want to achieve. I want to sell online courses. I want to start teaching online. I'll say I'm just getting started. I am the coach for my course. And let's see what most relates. Coaching and consulting, puppy training. I don't see puppy training anywhere on here. Let's just go with arts, craft, and hobbies. Hit finish. All right, it says you've made it and my online school has been built. Okay, so now with this, I can create my first course and I can title it. So the Polite Puppy Academy, and we go, I can hit next, and the type of course, we're just gonna make this free for now. I can upload an image. I'll do that later. And then I can select the next step. So I'm gonna hit build the course contents with AI. And then you can see here, I could put this course is all about how to train your new puppy. And then it will have videos. I don't think ebooks. We'll do exams, and that sounds good. And then a certificate of completion. And then I can add in any other things that I want, set my tone of voice. And it should be attention grabbing. I think that it should be casual. And then the course audience I could even describe, new puppy owners. And then I could hit generate. And I could add in any of these other things that I wanted to, but I'm just gonna keep it basic for now. Then you can see the AI assistant has then created the course outline for me. So section 1, getting started with your new puppy. 2, building a strong foundation, addressing common puppy behavior issues, advanced training techniques, and maintaining a happy and healthy puppy. So this is all looking pretty good. I could then change it though. I could change the activity. I could delete it. I could add something new. But if I like, then I could hit insert content. And then this will all be a draft into my course. And then I can click into these and I can move them around. I can also then hit this plus button and I could add in a video, for example, or I can come in here and I can hit preview and I can give it a look of what it would look like. And then I could edit the course settings as well of what I want it to look like for the course. So within this outline, if I want to then go in and add in things, I just hover over and I'll hit settings. And then here's where you can see a description of what it is. And then I can upload a video from Vimeo, or I can upload it from my own uploads from my computer. And yeah, it looks really cool. And I can add a completion rule, what people need to do to be able to complete it or not. But you can see there's a lot to Learn Worlds where you can make it really robust. And I can even change here the course player of what it looks like. So can be very customizable. Also within Learn Worlds, if we look at this left-hand section, you can see you can click on mobile app and you can create and design your app. You can go to marketing and you can create lead pages. You can send out emails here. So really, really awesome. Now, if we go into the left-hand side of the Play Puppy Academy, you can see I can hit courses where my courses are. I can hit site builder where I can create my school site. And so you can see it already created it based off of the theme I built, and then I can go in and I can just edit it all to look how I want it to look, which I think is just awesome. And so you could see I could add a pop-up and look how cool these are. This is really awesome. So I think that Learn Worlds has so many amazing features. I can go to my mobile app and create a mobile app and look at reports also here. So overall, Learn Worlds, there's a lot to it. I think there's even like so much that there's a bit of a learning curve because you can do so much, but overall, I think it's an awesome platform with a lot to offer. I think it's probably the most robust that I've talked about. In terms of features, it's like right on par, I think, with Kajabi. It may even offer a bit more. What are the pros of Learn Worlds? I think it's huge that you're able to white label with Learn Worlds, where everything looks like it's just under fully your website. People aren't logging in at all to something like Kajabi or Teachable. It all is under your domain name once you're under a paid plan. That is super cool. I'd almost switch over to Learn Worlds from Kajabi if that were something that were really important to me. I don't really care that much that it's separate, but if I was really trying to build up my brand, I might just want it all in one thing. I may want to be on Learn Worlds. Learn Worlds also has just amazing AI. You saw what it did when I put in the information and it built out that course for me. Really, really cool. And the landing page or website as well. So I love Learn Worlds AI and I think it's a huge pro of the course platform. The biggest downfall of Learn Worlds is probably the price, that $249 or $299 a month on the Learning Center plan that they say is their most popular. That's a pretty hefty price tag, and so I think that's a big con. However, I do think that for you, you'd probably be more likely to be on the Pro Trainer plan, which is just $79 a month if you do it annually. So I think that's an awesome option. Another con is that there's just so much in it. I don't think it's quite as user-friendly as something like Kajabi, so I do think there's a bit of a learning curve, but with all the features and the pricing, the AI, and that 30-day free trial that I've got linked down below, it could be a really perfect fit for you. So who do I think LearnWorlds is best for? I think it's best for serious course creators who are wanting a platform where they can really scale their brand with, who are more confident in technology and are okay with a little bit more of a learning curve. I think LearnWorlds, their pro trainer plan, could be an awesome fit for you. And it's especially a good fit if you are wanting all of your stuff to be white labeled. Then I would totally go with LearnWorlds. The overall score that I give LearnWorlds is a 9 out of 10. I think it is one of the top course platforms that I talked about today. There's so much it offers, its AI is great, and that pro trainer plan can offer you a lot for $79 a month if you're on the annual plan. Also, the white labeling is awesome, so if you're up for a little bit of learning curve, I think you're gonna love it. One course platform that I didn't mention that I think gets mentioned a lot that I do think is a bit overrated is Thinkific. Thinkific didn't make the list because I think it's a little overrated. Thinkific, when I was doing my course reviews, got a score of 5 out of 10. So I had to just bump it from the list altogether. I think with Thinkific, you can create courses really easily, but for their pricing, there's no email marketing. I think if you're wanting something with a free plan, you're way better off going with something like Teachable than Thinkific. I just think it's overhyped. Got a 5 out of 10 in my eyes. If that's something you're interested in, I don't know. I think there's better options that I listed out in this video. But anyway, now you know the top course platforms of the year. Let me know which one that you decided to use. And if you need like a quick guide, and I have everything linked for you down below. If this video is helpful for you, it's so helpful for me if you use one of my affiliate links. I spent time putting this together, and at no cost to you, it then is able to help me out. So if you're wanting to, you can feel free to use my links, and if not, no problem. I hope it was helpful for you anyway. All right, have a great day, and I'll see you next video. Bye.